Iridium, the most ambitious communication network in history. This project, which invested a colossal $5 billion, went bankrupt in just 9 months. Why did this future technology so quickly vanish? A dream network meant to launch 66 satellites and cover the entire world. Yet, this colossal project incurred losses exceeding $5 billion, leaving investors in despair. This failure involved systemic market misjudgment and organizational overconfidence, issues that still plague modern technology companies. What exactly was Iridium, and how did it misread the future? In this video, we'll explain why a grand success sowed the seeds of its own collapse, who overlooked market changes, and what lessons Iridium offers modern business. Now, let's delve into the full scope of Iridium's collapse, a story that shocked the world. The main feature will also detail its astonishing technological ambition and the underlying reasons it couldn't withstand the tide of change. In the late 1980s, engineers at Motorola harbored a dream: to construct a perfect communication network, allowing calls from anywhere on Earth. 66 low Earth orbit satellites, blanketing the globe, that was the Iridium project. In an era before widespread mobile phones, this was truly a science fiction concept. The project's name came from Iridium, element number 77. A constellation of satellites, moving rapidly through space, was meant to shine brightly and connect the world, just like its namesake. Entering the 1990s, Motorola began to concretize the plan. They sought investments from telecommunications companies worldwide, raising a colossal sum exceeding $5 billion. Among them were companies from over 20 countries, including Japan's DDI, now KDDI. Everyone was captivated by this magnificent vision. No terrestrial base stations required. In the middle of a desert, on a ship at sea, atop Mount Everest, a dream system allowing clear voice calls from anywhere was about to become reality. Demand was particularly anticipated in fields requiring urgent and secure communication, such as for business professionals, government officials, and military applications. In 1997, the first satellite was launched, and the media widely proclaimed, "The future has arrived." The entire world eagerly awaited the start of its service. In November 1998, Iridium finally launched its commercial service. The inaugural call went from a Motorola engineer to UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan. As the world's first satellite phone service, Iridium certainly established a first-mover advantage. At that time, there was no competition. Its unique value of connecting anywhere generated a certain demand, especially in developing countries and regions with undeveloped infrastructure. Even at a high cost, the ability to reliably communicate in emergencies was an indispensable feature for specific professionals. Terminal prices exceeded $3,000, and call charges ranged from $3 to $7 per minute. Still, individuals who understood its value existed as early customers. The ambitious technology of transmitting signals from space created a significant impact on the telecommunications industry of the time, hinting at the future of technology. From its inception to service launch, the path was far from smooth. Yet, after overcoming numerous challenges, Iridium appeared to have made a successful start. Everyone involved believed it was the dawn of a communication infrastructure that would change the world. Up to this point, everything had proceeded according to plan. However, a change Iridium hadn't anticipated was rapidly advancing worldwide: the swift proliferation and evolution of mobile phones. By 1998, when Iridium launched, GSM digital mobile phones were already becoming widely used globally. Their adoption rate far surpassed Iridium's projections. Iridium's handsets were bulky and expensive. In contrast, mobile phones were shrinking, becoming more affordable, and starting to reach the hands of the general public. Furthermore, due to the nature of satellite signals, Iridium had a fatal flaw: difficulty connecting indoors, in dense urban areas, or during bad weather. Call quality also suffered significant delays compared to typical mobile phones, making it far from comfortable. There was no reason to use an inferior quality service at such a high price. Iridium initially aimed to acquire over 500,000 customers, but after just a few months of service, it had only managed to attract a few thousand. Misjudging market changes and overestimating its technological superiority led to a rapidly widening gap between its offerings and customer needs. But here, a hidden pitfall opened up, unnoticed by many: the curse of sunk costs born from massive investments. For management, the option of halting a project that had already seen over $5 billion invested was simply too heavy a burden. The fear of past investments going to waste is a psychological trap known as the Concorde effect. They continued to believe that further investment would surely improve the situation. Even after its IPO, Iridium continued to publish market forecasts based on optimistic assumptions to attract new investments. Everyone succumbed to the collective psychological trap of "this massive investment cannot be wasted," and objective market analysis was pushed aside. Excessive internal expectations for Iridium within Motorola also prevented them from confronting reality. Intertwined with internal politics, course correction became exceedingly difficult. Ironically, Motorola, which also operated a competing mobile phone business, couldn't admit that its own other product had become Iridium's greatest threat. This contradiction led Iridium's marketing strategy astray, ultimately blurring its target audience and failing to create a universally compelling value proposition. Despite a collective sense that this cannot continue, no one had the courage to halt the massive project once it had started. This invisible barrier propelled Iridium toward its destruction. In August 2000, Iridium filed for bankruptcy. Just 9 months after launching its service, it marked its place in history as one of the largest Chapter 11 filings ever. Its stock plummeted, and investors suffered enormous losses. Motorola also incurred significant damage, and Iridium became a byword for corporate failure. However, the story didn't end there. After bankruptcy, Iridium's assets were acquired by a new company for a bargain price of just $25 million. Subsequently, Iridium drastically revised its business model, specializing in niche markets. It provided services to customers who genuinely needed satellite phones, such as in military, maritime, and aviation sectors. Today's Iridium functions as a global data communication network, supporting emergency communications and the backbone of IoT devices. Ironically, it was a rebirth born from failure. The Iridium story demonstrates how even grand dreams can crumble fragilely when technological innovation fails to keep pace with market changes. It strongly teaches us the difficulty of stopping a project once started, the curse of sunk costs, and the dangers of groupthink. Why did Iridium's grand success sow the seeds of its own collapse? It was overconfidence, overlooking the gap between market needs and technological evolution. Who overlooked the market changes? Management and investors became infatuated with their own technology, losing sight of the essential value customers truly sought. What are the lessons for modern business? It's that no matter how superior the technology, humility in understanding market shifts and listening to customer voices is indispensable. Iridium's failure highlighted the pitfalls lurking between grand visions and reality. Learning from history is the best investment for the future. The quality of decision-making differs between those who understand this failure and those who don't. Stay tuned for our next video. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and give it a like. We introduce a new history of failure every day.
この失敗は歴史のほんの1ページ。世界にはまだ語られていない失敗が数多くあります。失敗の歴史をチャンネル登録して次の物語もぜひご覧ください。